Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. As you can see, I'm doing this video a little differently than what we've done in the past. Usually someone's sitting in their home or in their office somewhere doing one of these videos, but I thought I would change it up for us. This is a very special week, and there's a lot of stuff going on this week, especially at the church right now. If you are interested in participating in our Maundy Thursday service, you can go ahead and get ready to log in on your Facebook on Thursday night at 6:30, and we're going to be live streaming our Maundy Thursday service at 6:30 on Facebook Live. So you can head to our Facebook page, First Alliance Church, and you can engage in the service in that way. Even though we can't be together, it's a way for us to kind of have that camaraderie and also that community, even though we have to be so far apart. Another thing is if you don't have Facebook or you can't make it at 6:30, we are going to be posting the service on our church website, faclex.com, at 8 o'clock. So if you want to join in at that time, that is totally fine. One of the things that we are going to be doing during that service is we are going to be taking communion together. So make sure that you have your communion elements. And if you don't have those, they are available on the front porch of the church, okay? For this Sunday, for Easter, we are doing our hashtag EasterBest. So make sure that you send that in and post it and tag it and all sorts of stuff. That way we can see you on Easter Sunday, because we certainly miss your faces, and we most certainly miss seeing you around the church, all right? I'm going to get us started here in a little bit, but first I want to share kind of what I've been reading. I've been going through the book of First Kings, and it's always really exciting to read First Kings because that is when Solomon dedicates the temple. And it's always a really cool, joyful experience to read about. If you haven't, I suggest that you do. But it's something that really stood out to me this time that was different than the rest, is that we have a temple that is so ornate and so beautiful. And it's really fun to kind of go through and do the research and see just how much went into creating the temple. And at that same time, we have Solomon kind of building his own palace, and we get to read about that at the same time. And it's really interesting because one has the holies of holies. It's the temple. It's where God is literally dwelling with his people. And then we have Solomon's palace. It's really interesting to see the difference between the two, because this is somewhere that God is residing. And in Solomon's home, it's actually what leads to his destruction. And it's not very good. And I think in a lot of ways in our own lives, since we can't be together and we can't be able to worship in the same place, our lives are kind of being tossed around and everything. And so we're kind of missing that holies of holies that we may consider the church or that community, whatever that may be for you. And our homes has become more of a battlefield, or it's been something that is kind of breeding this feeling of sadness or fear or loneliness and worry. And it's all these different things, and our homes are not what they should be. And if we read about the difference between the temple and where God dwelled, it's easy to see that God was not living in the home of Solomon, but he can live in our homes today. And as we're talking about love this week, it's really interesting to hear everyone's take on love and their different points of view and their definitions, all sorts of different things. And it's been really exciting to hear about that with students and with families. But one of my favorite examples of God's love for us stems from Genesis, right at the beginning. We know that Genesis says that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But in the third verse, it says, "And God said, let there be light. And there was light." The fact that he said that, and he made a difference between light and darkness, is a huge deal. We serve a God that did not want us to live in the dark. He did not want us to live in destruction. He did not want us to live in the battlefield that we kind of create for ourselves. So he sent the light. And I think that's incredibly important for us to remember this Easter season and this time when the entire world seems like it's in chaos, basically. And we can kind of see that chaos in our own homes and our own lives. But Jesus came as the light of the world, and he died for our sins. And it's something where we can choose the light. We can choose to accept him. We can choose to reflect him and show others who Jesus really is in this time. Or we can choose to live in the darkness. I pray that you don't live in darkness, because it's really dark.